this video is long overdue, but I finally decided to get something recorded. I think I want to base this one off. I should definitely turn my TV down. We're off. Okay. I think I want to base this video off, I guess an update on my life. Last year at the end of 2014, I made several New Year's resolutions, and here it is, almost October, and I kind of wanted to think about or reflect back on some of the things that I said that I wanted to have accomplished this year, in which I've kind of been following it, but not completely. So I think one of the biggest things that I noticed that one major thing is for me to lose weight or get fit. That was the plan. Be more fit, read more books, be more happy. Or just looking back on what I've accomplished and just thinking, okay, did it happen? Did it not happen? So far, you know, it's getting closer to the end of the year, and I can say that I have read books. Not really as many. My goal was to read one book a month, and then when I started back working after the summer, I stopped reading one book a month. But I have read some really good books this year, and if you look in the description box, I'll leave you a list of all the books that I've read this year that I found absolutely amazing. The top two by far is You're a Badass. I listened to the audiobook, and the other one that I read that I really liked was Gentlewoman, and those two by far really kind of like changed my life. So aside from those books, I have a ton of books that are over here on my bookshelf that I haven't even began to read yet, and hopefully I can get a few of them knocked out before the end of the year. Yeah, so the book thing kind of did work, because before this year I really didn't read that often. Other than, you know, being in college and reading like the required books for school, I really didn't read that much. So, and it was sad, and I wanted to get reading back into my life, start reading those books. The next thing is being more fit. No, haven't really, well, my diet kind of changed, but then for the last few months I haven't really been following anything as I hope. I'm actually getting ready to change some things on my diet now, and so I'm not really concerned about losing weight. I'm happy with where I am. Like, I do have some minor insecurities, but you know, it's not like major. So I'm alright. So I had to erase some things off my memory card because I had way too much stuff on there, but I'm back. Hi. So yeah, we were talking about New Year's resolutions, where I am right now, and the losing weight. Did we discuss that? Do you think so? Yeah. So I guess now I'm just still working on my creative plan, trying to be more creative. I actually invested quite a big deal of money on, I got a new camera lens, I got lighting, and right now I'm using a ring light, and it makes my room so much brighter. Like, I don't even need the umbrella lights that I have, because this ring light is so awesome. And I'm using my new camera lens as well. So yeah, I just got some new things. I got a new tripod, camera bag, just a ton of like stuff, little miscellaneous things that I needed to help make my photography and videography a lot better than what it has been. So I did. I also got a new computer, a new MacBook Pro, 15-inch, and I love it. It's pretty awesome. So it's like, okay, I've got all the things that were holding me back from doing work before. Like, I would never shoot video because I was like, well, I have a camera, but I don't have the right equipment to edit, because I had an old computer and it was really, really slow. Now I have a new computer, brand new computer. I can edit now. And so I don't have any excuses. I don't have any reason to be held back or to not produce work right now. And so I've been like, well, I always wanted to have my YouTube, and I wanted to flourish, but it's been kind of slow. So I want to go or be better, do better at my YouTubing, my videos, my blogging, vlogging, everything that I'm doing. Just want to be better at it. And now I have no excuses. I'm starting a new job venture pretty soon, and so I'm gonna have a little bit more time to be creative, in which I am really excited about that. So the writing, I have been writing. One of my resolutions last year was to write more in my journal, and I picked my journal up on last year and started writing in it, and I'm really happy that I did that, because so many things have happened in my life in the past few years, and I really hadn't been documenting it. And for me, being a writer, it's like, how are you a writer and you're not writing right now? So now I am writing, and I have some ideas for the script that I'm working on. I'm going to start filming some of my work. I'm in the back of my mind, I'm just kind of like, okay, Tasia, how are you going to do this? How is this going to align properly? How are you going to, get your stuff out for people to see, or your work out for people to see? And I just don't know. I just had to pray, and I was like, God, please guide me, and please make me, or help bring me to that place, to that person that I want to be, so that I can get some things done, because I really don't know. Like, I want to be this amazing creative person, but it's like, okay, I am, but I know I have it in me, but it's not coming out. Like, how do I get this out, So I've been really praying for the Lord's guidance on that. Other than those resolutions, of course, I relocated, and I'm in graduate school now. Graduate school, I absolutely love it. It's to me, it's a lot easier than undergrad, or maybe I'm more interested in it because I'm interested in my field, and that's all I do. It's working in media. All things media or mass or communications. That's me. And so I love being in graduate school. I love being a graduate student. I haven't had any issues since I started. That may change next semester. I don't know, but for right now, I'm enjoying it. And with being a graduate student, I'm learning so much more about my field, and it's interesting. I'm at a decent place in my life right now. With me here relocating, it's kind of difficult trying to, as a photographer, because I've been trying to find models to get my work out, or to shoot models here. And it's not as easy as when I was in Jackson, because I could, meet people, or put something up on social media, and everybody's like contacting me, wanting to work with me. And I built up a portfolio, based off that networking skill. So here, it's the networking in Hattiesburg is a little bit different. And the gene pool of people are a lot different than when I lived in the Jackson metropolitan area. So I really don't know. Like, I'm working on trying to start something here, trying to build here, trying to network, trying to brand my business, and trying to market what I do here. So it's pretty interesting. I'm most definitely now, since I'm going to have more time to focus on my creativity side of work, then I'm definitely going to figure out how to make it out here, how to make it work out here. So far, I've been here for only a month, so I did meet someone who is interested in helping me. Actually, I have a studio space. I'll have a studio space so that I can shoot, models, especially in the wintertime, in the winter months, because I usually shoot on location outside, and so now I'll be able to shoot inside of a building, or a photography studio, and I'm really excited about that. What else is going on with Tasia? In my life, I've been dealing with quite a bit of different stuff. It's kind of like a roller coaster, which is very interesting. I was in the store after a recent, I was going to say it on camera, but I'm not going to say it, but something recent recently happened to me, and I was in the store, just pushing my shopping cart, and I pinched myself, and I said, "This is life. This is life, and this is what life is. Like everything is not gonna be perfect. Things are gonna come to you in all kind of different places and directions, and sometimes it's gonna be good stuff, and sometimes it's gonna be bad stuff. You know, you just gotta learn how to deal with it. That's a part of being alive. Like, I am alive. I am flesh. I'm a living, breathing human being, and because of that, you know, I'm going to deal with different, you know, obstacles and situations, and it's important for me to know how to deal with it by trusting in God, of course, and just being a strong individual, because you have to. And once I kind of got over that everything in life is not going to be perfect, you are going to have, you know, your various things that you have to deal with, then things became better for me. You know, I'm in a really happy place right now, you know, and it's just Tasia. It's just Tasia by herself, just moving, just shifting. And I'm so thankful for where I am right now, because I'm shifting in it, and I don't even know why I'm here in Hattiesburg. You know, I really try to get back to what I was used to, what I was comfortable with, and God said, I guess, you know, I want you to move here. I want you to be here. And everywhere else I wanted to go, it just didn't work out. So now here, everything, it's like a smooth transition for me to be here. Getting into graduate school here was easy for me. This new job, it seemed like everything is just shifting and moving for me. And it's like, okay, like, I can remember last year around this time, I was really going through something major. I lost my car. I lost, I could no longer afford to live in the apartment that I was living in. And then I moved, and that, I thought it was a good idea at the time, but it really wasn't a good idea. And I ended up coming back, and my parents were so loving and welcoming to me. And when they got another apartment here, and that's why I'm here in Hattiesburg. But last year around this time, like, I was shifting somewhere else. I was in Texas, and, you know, in Texas, I was going through, you know, things there, emotional things there. I was, you know, dealing with this role, I guess, issue, was trying to discover who I am and trying to figure out myself and love myself, because I was dealing with this or in and out of this weird relationship, and that whole situation just kind of really was my reason to move to Texas, because I was like, I no longer want to be here anymore. And because of that, you know, I think being there allowed me to get a leg up on some things that I wouldn't have thought of getting done had I not moved there, because there I, you know, got my journal and I started back writing. There I created my website, and then I figured, you know, how I like things, how I want to wake up every morning. I was waking up every morning, cooking my breakfast and reading my Bible, and I found a church that I really liked out there too. And I was trying to get comfortable. I didn't have a car, but I was walking to work pretty much every night. Now, some days going to work I would have a ride, but for the most part I walked to work every day and walked home every night. And I would get off work at like 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night, and I would be walking. It was like a 30-minute walk from where I worked at the time to where I was living at the time. So it was a very humbling experience. And then, you know, my mom was like, hey, you know, I want you to come home. So I did, and, you know, I ended up, you know, working here out in my hometown, and had a very rewarding job. You know, I loved it, and now I'm getting ready to shift into something different. And so I don't really know where exactly God wants me to be, or what exactly God wants me to do, but I'm just going with the flow. I'm just following him, you know, and I'm just praying that he just guides me and leads me, and just helps me ultimately just be a better person, be a better Tasia. Alright, so definitely be sure to follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. Go to my website, check out my vlogs. I got several: vlog about hair, vlog about skin. I'm probably gonna do a get ready with me one day. I'm not a makeup artist, but you know, I like to try. I have a ton of makeup and I like to try to be cute sometimes. I'm still in my learning stages, but definitely check me out on social media and subscribe. Did I say that? Subscribe.